Good morning. It is super dark in here today, isn't it? Um, I'm gonna open a curtain here. Okay, that's better. It's not quite so dark. It really it's raining, so it got super dark. And I can't always see like what the light levels are and everything until it actually starts. So there we go. But I think that'll be all right. Um, okay, so happy Friday. Um, Rainy Friday over here anyway. And end of the week, which is, fun. This week went by pretty quick, I think. So let's see. Today, let's talk about. So I think at the end of class yesterday, we kind of touched on um, this idea of anger. Right? So anger and not being able to let go of anger. This is a big issue for a lot of people. And I've noticed certainly the things that have been going on since the pandemic began has really, I think, highlighted that a lot of people are having a real difficulty managing their anger. So let's talk about that a little bit. In yoga, um, anger is so it's a negative emotion, right? Um, if you want to assign negative and positive to emotions. Good morning, Barbara. Which isn't really necessary. Emotions are what they are, but we might think of it as um, it doesn't feel great, right? So it's a negative sort of feeling, um, unlike love or happiness or any of these other feelings that we have. But anger has its value, right? It is useful. Anger sometimes gets us up and moving when we need to. Anger can let us know when we're in a situation that is not good. It's not fair or equitable. Maybe someone is taking advantage of you. Maybe um, you are letting yourself down in some way. So anger certainly serves its purpose, and there are good reasons to be angry, to get angry. So, in and of itself, it's not a problem. Um, the problem is when we cannot get ourselves away from it, right? We cannot experience it and let it go. Um, Many times we have this feeling that anger is to be avoided. So we pretend we're not angry when we clearly have good reason to be angry. Another thing is anger is sometimes just fear turned around, right? So instead of being fearful or expressing a fear, we instead become angry. We direct that towards someone or something to kind of get rid of that fear feeling. All of these are poor uses of our effort and our emotion. So, what do we do? Right? How do we manage this? So, we've talked a lot about letting go of emotions and um, experiencing them and understanding that they come and go. We don't want to get stuck in that feeling. So if you're angry, be angry, right? Do whatever it needs or whatever you need to experience that for yourself, and then let it go. Don't let it bleed onto the people around you. Don't take it out on the people around you. Don't carry it around all day. Just understand it's okay to be angry. You're going to get angry, and then you let it go. Move on to the next thing. The other thing that can help us with this is trying to reduce the amount of things that make us angry. Right? So, one way to do this is to work on our attachments. Um, we talk about attachments a lot in yoga, right? This is what binds us to this place. Right? The fewer our attachments, the lighter we can be, the easier we can be. Attachments are what cause us suffering, right? If we didn't care that much, if we got um, the specific kind of cookie that we really enjoy, then we wouldn't get mad when the person at the store takes the last box, or the store stops carrying it, or we can't find it anymore, or any other scenario that might be coming down the pike. And that's not to say we can't have preferences, right? We certainly are going to like one thing more than another. That's just natural. But we make a mistake when we confuse preferences with necessities, right? So attachments, try to hold them looser. Try to be flexible. Sometimes we learn this lesson by finding out what nice things are out there beyond what we believe, right? So we may think life is great. Life can't get any better at all the way it is. Let's just hold it tight in this spot. And of course, that won't work, right? But if we did, let's say we could do that, we could make everything in our life stay exactly how it is in this perfect state, we would miss out on a whole bunch of other things that we would never even know about. So, as there may be also difficulties, there are also joys coming. So, be ready for them. Hold those attachments loosely and don't allow change to drive anger. If we can get ourselves in a mind state where we are open to change, we expect change, we aren't shocked or surprised when things change, then there is no anger feeling. Um, we don't feel like something's been taken from us. We feel like this is just how things go. This is the natural state of things. So, anger is, it can be helpful, right? You can use that to get you sometimes through situations that um, you need to get through, right? It can be um, an energy that moves you from one space to another, right? If you've done something wrong or someone has done something wrong to you, your anger might be what gets you to change, gets you to move from that situation. Stop speaking to that person. Stop um, interacting in this way that is detrimental to yourself. Um, but then we don't hold on to it. We move on. We, we don't expect everyone to be that way. Um, and that's what happens, right? When we're stuck in emotions, then suddenly everyone looks like the enemy. Everyone looks like someone who's trying to hurt you, someone who is looking to take advantage of you. Um, and that's no way to live your life, right? That's you're never going to, yeah, you're never going to be able to enjoy your life if that is how you see everyone and everything. So again, um, let those attachments go and be open to what comes next. Okay, so um, as we move through practice, hold loosely to your attachments. If you have certain poses that you love or hate, just try not to focus on that. Try to focus on just the movement and maybe just being grateful that we can move, that we can do a practice, that we can um, move our body in these ways. Um, Certainly, not everyone has that opportunity. Many people are not able to do this. So, in all things, right? Remember how lucky we are to be here and to be able to get angry and to experience these things when so many people are denied that opportunity. All right, I'm going to move back. I may have to open another curtain. Let's see. It looks dark back there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. Sitting up tall. Breathe and relax. It's still super dark. Okay, one more. I'm opening all the curtains today. And that's pretty good. Find your breath. Relax the shoulders. One more breath. And then chin down toward the chest. Just let your head hang down. And then start moving the head around. One way and the other. Back to center. Lean forward and move around. One way and the other. And back up to your seat. Walk the hands out in front. And then hands behind, fingertips pointing away. We're going to squeeze the shoulders back. Back up to seat. So I think near the end of the class, we're going to do, I'm going to do the pose that, I mean, I know we've done it in class, you probably remember it, where we have two blocks, and we put one under your shoulders and one behind your head to open up the chest. So if you have 2 blocks, you might want to get the other one nearby so you can do it. If not, then I'm going to show you how to get into it, and I'm going to do my best. It's a little tricky to do it by yourself. It can be done, but we're going to try it out, and then if you can get another block in the future, you can refer back to that and do it yourself. It's a great for I've been doing a lot of work on the porch, which is up over my head. So if you're ever working on things up over your head or doing anything where you're reaching up a lot, right? There's a lot of tightness through the neck and shoulders, and this pose with the blocks can really help you open up the chest, relax the shoulders, and that's clearly what I need today because my right back here is really talking to me today. So we're gonna do that later, but I'm just giving you a heads up so you can get yourself ready. So tabletop here. Let's go through a few sets of cat-cow. Lowering the belly, lift the head. As you inhale, then reversing that. Move with your breath. Inhales and exhales. Coming back to tabletop and then child's pose. Come on back up. Tabletop to downward dog. Step the feet up. Breathe. Rising up slowly. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, we're lifting the arms high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift arms high. Maybe lean back a little. Hands back to mountain. Breath in and breath out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift high. Lean back maybe. Hands by your side. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Lean back. And hands by your side. Breath in and breath out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, left foot steps back. Press down with both feet. Arms lift overhead. Warrior one. And then moving to warrior two. Inhale, flip the palm and then lift high. Bring that right arm down. You can rest it here, lifting the left. Side angle. Coming back up. And then hands by your side. Straighten the knee and turn the foot. So we're facing the side of your mat. Take a breath here. Relax your shoulders. And then lean forward. And bring the hands down. Hands back to the waist. Use that strength in the legs to lift you up. Breath in. And breath out. Face the front of the mat. We've got left leg out. Right leg out, left leg behind. Interlace the fingers. Draw the shoulders back. Take a deep breath and fold. Coming back up, let's leave the hands behind. We're going to shift the weight into that right leg so we don't need the left so much and we can just lift up. Breathe. If you need to touch back down, come back up again. And then set your foot back down. Back foot steps up to the front, arms overhead. Back to mountain. Breath in and breath out. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. On the exhale, we're stepping back with the right. Press down with both feet. Rise up. Warrior one. Moving then to warrior two. Shoulders relaxed. Inhale, flip. Left hand lifted up high. And then left arm comes down. Pulling right shoulder back, right arm lifts. Rising back up. Hands by your side. Hands by your side, and then turn the feet so we're facing side of the mat again. You can interlace the fingers here. You could grab opposite wrists, walk the hands back to wherever you can reach. Right? Take that breath, fold forward. Rising back up. Release the hands. Bring them up over your head. Maybe interlace the fingers, flip the palms. Gaze up. And hands back down by your side. Let's walk the feet in. So about shoulder width here. Hands together, take your deep breath, and then lowering down. Breathe. Rising back up. Hands down by your side. Turn to face the front with the left leg out, right leg behind. Interlacing the fingers, draw the palms as close as you can. Take a deep breath and fold. Rising up, about halfway, hands behind still. Shift into the left side and then lift up the right leg. Find your steadiness. Breathe. And then bring the foot back down. Back foot steps to the front, arms overhead. Back to mountain. Breath in, breath out. And let's do a couple more balance while we're up here. Let's do tree, standing on the left. We might do like a kickstand here on the side. You don't feel too steady, and then you can kind of lift the toes. And then it's easy to set them back down if you feel like you're wobbling, right? If you were pretty steady, you might bring that leg up higher, keep the knee rotated out to the side. Don't feel too steady today. That's clear, right? Breathe. And then set the foot down. Switch sides. Again, pretty much whatever you did on one side, we want to do on the other. That may mean that one side feels much easier than the other, but that's okay. We want to always work toward that side that is struggling, right? If we overwork that strong side, then the side that is not as strong is going to have some difficulties. Notice how I didn't say weaker, right? Because we're not going to say that because there's nothing about us that is weak. And it's important, the words that we choose to describe ourselves. One side may not be as developed, as balanced, as strong. But that's the side that we want to give our love and attention to. We want to build that up to balance out the other side. So don't be mad or sad about that side. Just be kind to it. Come on back, top of the mat. Let's lift the arms high. Maybe lean back. Fold forward. Inhale, up to a flat back. On the exhale, we're stepping back, downward dog. Come on forward to high plank, and then lower down. Head turns right, arms by your side. Take a few breaths. Head back to the center. Setting up for Sphinx pose. We've got the elbows close, hands resting on the mat. We're going to press down with forearms in the palms. Pull the shoulders back. Steady gaze. Lower down, head turns left. Bring your head back to center. We're going to have the arms by the side. Rest the palms on the mat or on the floor. Tops of the feet rest on the mat. And then we're going to start lifting up. Head and chest, arms and legs. Lower down. Bring the arms out in front. Take a few breaths. And then moving back. Tabletop to child's pose. Tabletop to downward dog. Step the feet up. Go down to a seat. Soles of the feet together. Take a deep breath. Fold forward. Coming back up. Let's bring that right leg underneath, left leg on top. Grab a hold of your feet. This is really working so great for me today. Oh well. Take a breath and fold. And then we'll switch it around. So left leg is under, right leg on top. Take your breath and fold. And come on back up. Both legs out in front. Arms overhead. Deep breath. Fold forward. Come on back up. Let's bend the right knee. Hug that leg in, and then we're lowering out to the side. So the foot is right up next to the thigh. Take a deep breath. And then we're folding forward, reaching down for the foot or the leg, whatever you can reach. Back up. Switch your legs. So we're hugging that left knee in and then lowering out to the side. Deep breath, folding forward. And back up. Both legs out in front. One more fold. Breath in and fold forward. Moving back up. So I told you all about using the 2 blocks, but I didn't get 2 blocks. So now I'm going to go get 2 blocks. I have one. I have so many blocks. Here's my other one. Okay, so we're going to set this block, and you're going to have to just kind of guess with this, right? Where this is going to be. It's going to be on its side like this, not upright and not flat, but on its end. Going to guess where that's going to be, right? We'll see. And I'm going to hold on to this other block. So that looks too low. That might be right. Okay. So I'm going to lower back. And that's too high. It's maybe harder than I think. Right? So if you're having trouble lowering back, just like this, because you're trying to kind of go slowly, you can rock back, right? That helps you with your balance. Okay, that's pretty good. And you can always adjust it if you need to. Get your other block. You want to rest that under your head the long way, right? This for me sometimes is the hardest, to get this just in the right place where it's upright. And then you could extend the legs. You could bring the soles of the feet together. Your choice. If this doesn't feel comfortable, just come back up and try it again. See if you can. It should feel pretty good. Right, and if you don't have 2 blocks tonight, you can just lay flat on your back, soles of the feet together, and breathe. So this is nice. It allows, pardon me, the shoulders to kind of hang down. You can have the arms extended, palms up. You can stay here for a while if you want, 5 minutes or so. I mean, it's entirely up to you. This is a great thing to do if you, have days where you have a lot of tension through the shoulders and the neck. It just kind of counterbalances all of that. So So then if you did this, or if you didn't do this, that's okay. We're just going to take the blocks out and then rest back down. And one of my favorite things about the blocks is how it feels afterwards. When you lay flat, it feels really good. A lot of times we can't even, we don't even really feel how much tension is there until it releases, and then we're like, oh, this feels so great. And then while we're doing block things, I don't know why I put my blocks up here, but get one of them back because we're going to do supported bridge. So setting that under wherever it feels good, whatever height you want to do. And if you like, you can bring knees in. Maybe extend the legs. And then resting everything back down. You can lift up, remove the block. Maybe bring soles of the feet together again. Relax. Maybe arms overhead if you want. And then moving into Shavasana. Any position you want. You could keep soles of the feet together, or you could extend the legs long. Just keeping that relaxed and comfortable state. So at the end of class, we want to feel good. If you find you are not feeling good at the end of yoga class, you might want to investigate why. Maybe you're holding a lot of expectations for your class that, cause you to feel disappointed or let down. Let go of those. You don't need those. Maybe you are pushing yourself too far and your body is hurting at the end of class. That's not good either, right? Come back a little bit. It's okay to feel kind of tired, kind of, wrung out. That is a feeling that I get at the end of class for sure. But you don't want to feel bad, right? And hopefully you don't. I mean, I don't think most people would continue if they did, right? But if you do occasionally feel that way, pay attention to it. It could just be a release of emotions, and that can kind of make you feel a little uncomfortable. But it could be that, you are doing a little more than you should be. You're pushing too hard. You're um, being too hard on yourself. Your yoga mat should be a very safe and comfortable place for you. You should welcome going there. Um, it doesn't mean it's always easy, right? Because it's a lot easier to put it off and do something else. But when you get there, I know my feeling is always like, wow, why didn't I, why am I not here all the time? Why don't I just stay here all day? It should be like meeting an old friend, right? Um, Comfortable, relaxing, no pressure, no expectations, nobody um, making you feel uncomfortable or in any way sort of overtaxed, right? Um, Yoga is like that old friend that you have that you maybe don't talk to for months or even years. And then one day they call you or you call them and you just start talking and everything is as it ever was. Um, that's what we're going for here. Now, that doesn't mean you have to wait years to get back to your mat. But if you do take a break, know that yoga will always be here for you whenever you're ready. Moving a bit, making your way up to a seat. We can bring hands together, breath in and breath out. Thank you for taking time this morning for yoga and for sharing it with me. I hope you have a very good Friday, in spite of the rain and all of that. Namaste. Thank you. Um, Meditation, jumping right in, sitting comfortably, or maybe you're still lying down. That's okay too. You can You can absolutely meditate lying down. No reason not to. It's entirely your choice. We're just relaxing, trying to hold that peaceful state in our mind, letting everything else be just very relaxed, focusing on that sort of blank space between the thoughts. Coming back to awareness again. Breath in and out. Okay, there is some yoga and some meditation for your Friday. It's a little sunnier than it was, but not that much still. So enjoy your rainy day, and I will be back tomorrow.